Hi students, I hope all are safe in this unexpected situation. Stay safe, take care of your health, obey your parents, and start to study. Today I am going to teach 8th standard biology, first lesson, second session transport in plants. First lesson transport in plants, second video session 2. So already we learned transport in plants, xylem, uh, transport in plants, the vascular system of plants. So what is vascular system? Vascular system of higher plants consists of xylem and phloem tissue. So what is tissue? A group of cell. Usually plants consist of two types of tissue are called complex tissue and simple tissue. Simple tissue are called parenchyma, chlorenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, and complex tissue are called xylem and phloem. It is also permanent tissue. So here we know that plants vascular bundle. If you take a CS or cut section of plant stem, even leaf or root region, we find out a ring of vascular bundle. So this one bundle will be expanded here. Presence of an xylem, phloem and cambium. You know, for it is called the xylem. So xylem and phloem commonly called vascular bundles. Xylem tissue carriers of water. Already we know, already is learned in lower classes. Xylem tissue, a good role for here transport of water and minerals upward from the roots to the leaves. So root system able to absorb plenty of water is available in soil, micellar, and the soil surface easy to absorb because that main features of all the roots. Then transport through the leaves. Phloem tissue carrier of food manufactured by the leaves to different parts of plants for utilization and storage. So phloem is comfort. This is called the phloem tissue. Phloem tissue here already is there for vascular bundle. Upper tissue are called phloem. The ring is called vascular cambium, and down presence of a xylem tissue. So phloem tissue carries food manufactured by the leaves. Leaves are good role for manufacturing or synthesis food, and this food transported different parts of the plants utilization and storage. The food prepared in the leaves is transported to other parts in the form of a sucrose. So plants are very good role for here synthesis enough amount of sucrose, and this sucrose prepared through by leaves and transport with the help of phloem, because one of the carrier phloem tissue carrier to transport wherever is required. Xylem and phloem lies together and form what is called a vascular bundle. So here is there for vascular bundle. Xylem and phloem both are constituted or small bundle-like part. So this bundle is called vascular bundle. Presence at the central part of a plant stem. Even plants also presence in veins. So this vein is made up of xylem and phloem or vascular bundles. This is like a system of pipe from roots to leaves. Here we know for a small pipe like part that's going to be given for here the points, a pipe like system. So this pipe will be connect one by one and root to up to leaves. The veins on a leaf or a part of vascular. So here if you see the leaf is available number of veins. Come for one a reticulate venation or kind of veins, and veins is made up of vascular bundle. Xylem tissue. So what is tissue? Group of cell. Xylem consists of lot of tissue such as for a xylem vessel, xylem trachees, xylem parenchyma, and one more is called a xylem fiber. Okay, xylem fiber. Then here have lot of bits. This is a cross section. Sorry, LSO xylem tissue, and this tissue main role for transport of water. It is a type of complex permanent tissue. I know already I explained you complex tissue. Complex permanent tissue do not is not damaged but permanently present still seed germinated to up to developments. So it is a complex permanent tissue. It consists of mostly of dead cell because in all the cells are called xylem vessel, xylem trachees, xylem fiber or dead cell, but only one is called xylem parenchyma is living cells. So all other cells are dead cell. Xylem cells are of four type. They are going with xylem trachea, xylem vessel, xylem parenchyma, and xylem vessel. So four type of cell composed to form xylem tissue. Number one is called trachees. These are elongated tubular cells with tapering ends. Here is there a xylem trachea. That trachees are, this is one cell. So tapering end walls. So here have lot of opens also. The opening is called a pits. Okay, pits means usually that tangential walls and the radial walls consist of a lot of opening. A small hole is called a pit. So these are elongated tubular cells with a tapering end walls. End and a thick lignified wall, because entire here consists of two type of a layer called a wall, primary wall and secondary wall. Secondary wall is lined by lignin, a kind of a secondary one of the depositic compound, lignin, suberin, rectin, and calcium oxalate are chemical going to deposit secondary wall. So here xylem trachees, the cells are deposits lignin or lignified walls. Trachees are dead cell. These cells have pits in their end wall. So here is a called pit. Pit means small open, small connection between adjacent tracheal cell. So here one tracheal cell, next tracheal cell, next one, and here above, and here. So this is called silent trachea. So this silent trachea is going to be interconnected with the help of pits. So this space interconnection as well as transport water zigzag manner. Lateral walls. The pits in the end walls help to transport water and mineral upwards. So this pits pits I told you is an interconnection between adjacent tracheal cell, and this tracheal connection as well as transport of water. So pits in the end walls help to transport water and mineral upwards. Second cell is called vessel or called a xylem vessel. These are also dead elongated tube-like structure with lignified walls. Here also secondary wall is deposited lignin compound, a lignified secondary wall, commonly called dead cell. Dead cell means dead cell normally called devoid protoplasm. So inactive protoplasm, but some other cell will be assisted. The cell will be function. Usually xylem parenchyma, one of the assisting cell to assist xylem transport water. The xylem's vessels are made up of vessel elements or vessel membrane. So the first picture we saw that xylem tissue. The xylem tissue consists of xylem trachea, xylem vessel, xylem fiber. So this xylem vessel are made up of vessel elements. So interiorly presents a lot of vessel elements or vessel membrane. Then these cells are arranged end to end to form a long tube for conduction of water and minerals. So because this cell will be arranged one and above, because both one and above the cells will be interconnected with the help of some number of an small opening called perforation. Perforated means small open. So these cells are arranged end to end to form long tubes for conduction of water and minerals. These cells are not found in all type of plants. Example, ferns, because vessels are present only in angiosperm. Angiosperm means flowering plants, but completely absent in ferns. Ferns means the kind of pteridophytic plants, shade-loving plants present in edges of uh, uh, edges of the river and waterlogged area. The area is available. Shade loving one plant is called the fern, and this fern plants completely absence of xylem vessels. Then third cell is called the xylem parenchyma. These are living parenchymatic cell that help conduct water laterally and also stored food, because one of the entire xylem tissue, xylem trachea, vessel, xylem fiber, xylem parenchyma only called living cell. These are living parenchymatic cell that help conduct water laterally and also store food, the primary function. The xylem fiber, these are dead sclerenchymatous tissue. So what is xylem fiber? When the parenchyma, when the sclerenchyma cell associated with the xylem is called the xylem fiber. So these are dead sclerenchymatous cells that provide mechanical strength. What is mechanical strength? Because this xylem tissue will be stand erect with the help of xylem fiber, because this fiber provide mechanical strength of xylem tissue. The second complex tissue is called the phloem tissue. Already we know for a picture. Here is given phloem tissue is made up of C plate or sieve elements. Is made of C place, C tube, then presence of an companion cell, phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber. In xylem tissue consists of xylem vessel, xylem trachea, xylem parenchyma, xylem fiber. Here the phloem tissue main role or transport food already prepared during photosynthesis with the help of leaves. Okay, so phloem tissue composed of a sieve plate and sieve tube is totally called sieve elements. Sieve tube, sieve plate is completely called sieve elements. Then second cell is called a companion cell. Third is called the phloem parenchyma. Last one is called the phloem fiber. Totally called as phloem tissue. So here we know for here, here also phloem parenchyma is a living cell, and companion cells also living cell. All others are dead cell, because sieve elements and phloem fiber dead cell devoid protoplasm, and this phloem a good role for a transport material. So it is another type of complex permanent tissue. It consists mostly of a living cell. Okay, mostly living cell except few number. Then phloem composed of an four type of a cell. Number one is called sieve tubes or sieve elements. These are slender, elongated tube-like cell. So this is called a sieve tube. Sieve tubes given for a long, elongated, slender pipeline-like structure is called sieve tubes. Sieve tubes are living cell, but they lack nuclei. Okay, so lack nuclei means, but it's a living, but absence of nuclei. That's why more or less dead. And the transverse walls of sieve tubes has a small pore called a sieve plate. Here is there was sieve plate. Okay, because adjacent sieve tubes are interconnected by sieve plate. So this plate consists of a small open. So small hole. With the help of this hole or interconnected cytoplasmic strands one by one and transport material, food material from one cell to other cell. Sieve plates have continuous lining of cytoplasm through their pores. Here is the cytoplasmic strands, therefore they are going to interconnected. This cytoplasmic strand transported materials. Then second cell is called companion cell. Companion cells are thin-walled cells with dense cytoplasm and elongated nucleus. Here is there for companion cell. The cell will be a elongated cell, spindle-shaped cell, and consists of a dense cytoplasm. Dense means more content. Okay, more content of cytoplasm and elongated nucleus. Nucleus will be little elongated. So here is there for elongated nucleus companion cell. Then these cells assist sieve tubes in conduction of food. Then it is not found in all type of plants, only in close seeded plant, means angiosperm. Angiosperm only presence of companion cells. All other cells will be absent. Then phloem parenchyma. These are living parenchyma cells. These cells store food and also help in conduction of conduction in nature. So these cells store food and also conduction. Two major functions of phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma are absent in monocot plants. So what is monocot plants? Single cotyledonous plants, fibrous root system, and parallel venation. Those plants are called a monocot, and this monocot plants phloem parenchyma is absent. Then last cell is called a phloem fiber. These are dead sclerenchyma cells that provide mechanical strength, because fiber is always providing strength, mechanical strength or rigidity or strength of those phloem to suppose stand erect. It is also called a bast fiber, because this phloem fiber and presence of those plants we are using for here some commercial valuable product to preparation. Bast fiber of flax, hemp and jute are separated by retting used to make cords and fabrics. So fiber, the bast fiber, a good role for here preparation of an or manufacturing cords and fabrics because of provide mechanical strength of those plants using for here commercial value. The next topic, transport of water and mineral. So what is transport? Movements of molecules from lower level to higher level. So what are the molecules? Water and minerals requirements of all the plants. So plants absorb water and mineral from the soil by diffusion. We learned already three process: diffusion, osmosis and active transport. So what is active transport? Expenditure of energy. Plants are absorbing important essential elements. Diffusion, movements of molecules from a region of higher to lower concentration. Osmosis, lower concentration to higher concentration. Then transpiration. Plants absorb water from the soil. Small amount of this water is used for photosynthesis and biochemical activities. So plants absorb enough amount of water is available in soil, easy to absorb, but all the water do not using for here the major photosynthetic events. So small amount, a little fraction of water using for here photosynthesis and biochemical activity. The rest of water is given out in the form of water vapor through the stomata. It's called transpiration. So what is transpiration? Loss of water in the form of water vapor is called transpiration. So plants absorb enough amount of water or more amount of water, but this water requirement is very small in photosynthetic activities and biochemical activities. Rest of the water send out or just leave it out in the form of water vapor, the process of transpiration through by stomata. Stomata means to guard cell, small pore like structure. It is a process regulated by the physiological activities, because it's transpiration regulated by physiological activities. Loss of too much of water through transpiration can cause plant to wilt and die. But very high exposure means very high force of transpiration. What happened? The plants lose all the water. So loss of too much of water through transpiration can cause plant to wilt and die. What is wilt? Going to just droop the leaf. Loss of all the water, the plants going to die. So today we learn xylem and phloem tissue, type of cells, the major role. I hope all are understood today's topic. Thank you.